Welcome to the carnage.
Girl, everyone thinks we're enemies. You're a fucking genius. We got this shit in the bag.
It's funny how nobody realizes we work for the same people. I mean, how stupid can society be?
They're so stupid. I think I'm gonna hop on the podcast tomorrow and say you're a reptilian lizard person. It should spare us a couple days.
That's perfect. You saw my Fox News interview, right? Everyone thinks my eyes changed and shit. So stupid.
And welcome back to the carnage. So that was just a blip of kind of what we're going to go over today. And what we're going over today is more or less this issue between Candace Owens and Erika Kirk. Supposedly they had a meeting last night, and from all intents and purposes, this meeting, I guess, went good. Both sides, I guess, came to some, understandings and conclusions. Candace said something about she gave them evidence they were surprised about, and TP USA gave her some information as well that Candace was surprised about. So more or less, it seems like this is kind of coming down to a different path, but at the same time, how did we get here? That's my question. So if we really start and look at, I guess, the day it happened, when Charlie, unfortunately was, no longer with us, Candace really didn't give Erika any time to grieve. And I find that strange that Candace has said multiple times, like, Charlie was my good friend, my best friend, blah, blah, blah. Yet from 2018-ish to today, there wasn't a lot of togetherness in the public eye, right? So if they were such good friends, I feel like they would have spent a lot more time together in public, specifically, interviews and things like that. And typically the public, things that you see from them are, at political things, right? Like Trump rallies, that kind of thing. So I find that strange, and it all comes to a head of motivation, right? And I still think that she took what happened to Charlie Kirk as a motivator for money. And she became a lot bigger than she was on the platform by spreading, it was Israel who did it. It was the United States government who did it. It was the Egyptian planes who did it, so on and so forth, to where people don't want to believe that it's just so simple that some, freaky furry fucker decided that he was tired of Charlie, and that was just that, right? And I mean, me as an outsider looking in, personally, yeah, I have some questions, obviously, but what I don't do is make up claims that, aliens from Mars came down and paid him to do it, whatever new conspiracy theory is today. That was it a bigger op? Maybe. If there was enough evidence to support that, then I think it would have been fine for Candace to be like, hey, guess what? Here is visual proof and evidence that I have with receipts to how this happened. That'd be one thing. But a lot of this is just conspiracy theories, her saying that more or less that her and Erika were never close. But if Charlie was your best friend, wouldn't they be close as well? And why did Candace not, from the beginning when this happened, go and console her and be a friend instead of just instantly not accepting what happened and making up a conspiracy theory about it? That's my biggest question. So you have people right now, talking head from the right, specifically guys like Ben Shapiro, spouting off nonsense about, well, if you can't afford to live, then you can't afford to live. It's like, dude, could you possibly be any less humble of a person? Like, you have a platform, you make all of this money, and telling other Americans that, well, if you're not a millionaire, oh well, it sucks to be you, I guess go live somewhere else. It's some of the most asinine bullshit I've ever heard in my life, period. And I wasn't a huge fan of Ben Shapiro to begin with, but that really sent me over the edge with, I can't even stand to look at that guy anymore. And, he's had some takes on what's going on with Candace and Erika. You have James Crowder and all of these other people coming together and making, what I assume is assumptions, because a lot of it's not backed by anything other than, well, Candace Owens said, and, people believe this is what happened. It's like, well, yeah, but you're also at the same time, which doesn't bother me, because I'm not left or right. I'm a moderate. Your infighting in your party is causing a lot of problems. And you're having now, political figures coming out saying, just stop it. Shake hands, be friends. What you said, Ben, was a bad thing. Don't say that kind of shit again, you idiot. That's what you got going on. And so this infighting civil war in the right, I don't know. It's just, it's crazy. And then while that's going on, we have a massive uptick in the left political violence, right? The stuff that just happened there in Australia, this anti-Jewish, I guess, narrative. You do get quite a bit of that from Candace as well, that this is causing, more harm than good. So I personally would like, for whatever is going on behind the scenes with Candace and Erika, I'm hoping this meeting that they had ends that, and that they shake hands, braid each other's pubes, have a girls' night, whatever, get over it, and figure it the fuck out. Because honestly, I mean, there's so much more going on that this just needs to stop. And I hope that Candace gives her the space to grieve that she needs. I mean, this woman lost her husband. Her kids are going to have to learn about what happened to their dad, and they're going to have to learn that there's people out there that are blaming their mother for taking out their dad. You got somebody who's supposedly Charlie's friend, talking about, well, he came to me in a dream and he told me this is what happened. And people take that as some type of legitimacy, right? Like, it's like when women wake up and they smack you upside the head and you're like, what the hell did I do? And they're like, you cheated on me in my dream. You're like, dude, I'm just waking up to go to work. What the hell? What the fuck was that for? It's no different than that, right? I mean, we can't go off of a dream. We need cold, hard facts that this is exactly what happened. I haven't seen much of that, therefore I'm not believing this conspiracy stuff. Honestly, I still am a firm believer that, yeah, there's a lot of political violence that the left is directly responsible for, and they're pushing that envelope and they're doing things in a much more violent way. Not saying that the right hasn't done things in the past, obviously they have, but we're definitely in this political climate right now where, it's just one match strike away from God knows what, just pure utter chaos. And it sucks. It really does. I mean, we're on the brink of World War III. We're having all of these just undoubtedly bad situations happen. I think in the last 2 weeks, we've had 13 mass shootings in the United States. It's just like, this is the world we live in, and trying to make sense of that sometimes is very disheartening. And I wish there was something I could say to make it better. I can say this though. I hope everybody is going to have a good holiday season this year. I know it's stressful. I know everything is so expensive. I know there's a lot going on, but I'm hoping you guys can put some of that out of your mind and just focus on your guys' family, your kids, your loved ones, and try and enjoy the holiday season. And that's the best I think that any of us at this point really can do. So that being said, I'll make a follow-up video once Candace, has her podcast and she states what the meeting was about. And I also hear from Erika and make sure that, side A and side B, this is what happened. Not, well, Candace turned into a lizard person and Erika turned into an alien and they duked it out, and now they're all under the mind control of some overlord brain or whatever. These fucking conspiracy theories are insane to me. So I'm hoping that, the left side, the right side, can enjoy the holiday without the political violence. Other than that, I'll catch you all in the next video.